am I going to get massages every day? Are you going to fold my laundry? Are you going to do this stuff? Because that seems like the ROI on that sounds incredible.
Today I'm with Netflix's biggest heartthrob, Harry Jowsey, who completely took over the first season of Too Hot to Handle and became an overnight sensation. From there, Harry took every opportunity into his own hands and built a very successful career as a podcaster, Netflix host, model, actor, and social media creator. Harry works his ass off and knows exactly how to keep attention on him, but it's his personality and charm that keeps everyone so fascinated and intrigued. He wins over everyone in any room he enters, is best friends with any network exec he meets, as well as steals the heart of so many viewers at home. So today, let's dive deep and really understand how to build a magnetic personality, make everyone love you, as well as some other juicy topics we all want to know about Harry.
Woo! Wow, that was so fun. I just realized while you're saying that I didn't moisturize my legs today, so they look a bit ashy.
I can't believe you.
Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't prepare to come over.
Look, I didn't.
Make yourself look nice.
I should have shaved them and made them so pretty. But here we are. Anyway.
How often do you wear shorts that short?
Every day. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Usually a lot shorter, but I don't actually usually wear pants.
Just none?
Yeah, none at all.
But
just
you
undies.
wear a shirt?
No, nothing. Just undies for me. Walk around the house for me and my dog. Just weird.
So when you get your Postmates package, you just like open it wide open.
Always.
You're like, hello.
Yeah, even when the dog walker this morning, he come to like take the dogs for a walk, and I was just there in my undies. I was like, brother, who cares? We both got one. Here it is. Enjoy.
Totally comfortable with it.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever. He's like, you good? I can wait outside. I was like, you think I give a fuck?
Like I prefer actually come in.
Yeah, this is actually how I take my meetings. Get in here.
Join me.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm so happy you're here. Welcome to my bed.
Thank you for having me. This is crazy. Everyone at home, it's actually on the floor. I've never been on a bed on the floor since I was like 11, so I really enjoy it. It's giving me like inspiration.
To put your bed on the floor?
Yeah, but it's just take me like 2 hours to come down because I'm so tall. But
slowly.
Yeah, there is a base here.
Exactly.
What? You can buy these?
Yeah, I just took the legs off because like I said, I'm scared of monsters under my bed, so I like the...
Is that the legit reason?
Yeah.
So sweet.
I know, I'm very sweet. So I'm so excited to have you here. Obviously, you're one of my dearest friends, and I love you to death. But, you know, and one of the things I love about you is you're so inspiring. You have so many parts of you that are amazing. But first, before anyone can really understand all the value you have with your magnetic personality, I want to first help viewers understand how you started. So you were on Netflix, you were on the first season, and you absolutely like took over, right? From there, I feel like you took that hot streak and you just catapulted into so much more. So how did you do that?
Well, I think the biggest thing, the first thing that I recognize with reality TV is that there's such a short shelf life. Like you're kind of the coolest person in town for a month, and then the month is up, there's another show on, and then no one really cares. So I think because I was very lucky that I did a small show in New Zealand before that, so I could understand that that's kind of how things work, and that it's just business, like it's not personal. So yeah, after when Too Hot to Handle was coming out, I had like all this stuff set up, and I remember when it aired, I was like, I'm never gonna say no to an opportunity, because there's like TikTok, I didn't know anything about that, I didn't know about influencers, I didn't know about YouTubers, I didn't know about any of this stuff. So I just said, anyone who wants to work with me in any way, shape, or form, no matter their size, I'm gonna just say yes. And I think that was the reason why it helped compared to other people in my shows, because everyone just had like these egos thinking that this like fame and whatever else was going to last forever. And I was like, we kind of just got lucky, so we just have to like try and like keep the wheels moving from there. So I think that was the biggest thing, is just not having an ego and just saying yes to everything.
That's so cool. I love that. Yeah, that's so smart. And it's so true. Especially when you're in Hollywood, you can see that too, that like some people like blow up and then they disappear really quickly, and people maybe don't notice outside of LA, but it is definitely a thing. So the fact that you saw that and you're like, okay, I'm going to take on every opportunity is a really cool way to look at it, because you definitely crushed.
I even had friends that were just like, when I was coming up, I would have never answered anyone's DMs. I'm like, why? Like any like famous or like cool person that messaged me, I was like, hey, like I'm a fan. Or I would message people, because I'm like, the worst thing that could happen is they're going to say no. And like, or just not reply. Like I remember messaging Gary Vee, and when he replied, I was like, this is sick. And now I'm like best friends with his like right hand man, Nick Dio, and like
Oh, that's so cool.
there's so much like fun opportunities that come out of just saying yes and just trying something.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's smart. Wow. See, you already think differently. What were you doing before the show?
I was selling. I was.
I'm like, oh God.
No, I was. I was.
Selling sex classes.
No, I wish. I wish I could say that. No, I was reselling like online business courses. Through like Instagram DM, we would run like targeted stories. Like, rah, 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 you're broke. Sign up. Want to change your life. Rah, rah. Like, it was,
Were you the face?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And I would get 30% of the sale.
Oh,
so
that's
like,
cool.
we'd run into these ads, and people would reply to the story like e-com, and then I'd have this funnel where it's literally just push buttons, send them through this like funnel, and then it gets to this video, and then I'd be like, is your wife gonna know that you're a whole bitch that you're not gonna buy this course? Like, it was the worst. It was so bad, but it was so competitive. But it did really well.
Wow, that's hard to do. Those funnels, those marketing funnels are actually not easy.
Yeah, it sucked. But I was also like flat broke when I moved to LA, and I was trying to do as much as I could. And then my friend, he was saying how much money he was making, and I also bought the course before it. So I was like, oh, this is actually interesting. Like, it's good.
Oh, cool.
But the issue with selling a course like that is people expect that they're going to buy it, and then they're going to be a millionaire the next day without watching it. I was that person, so I get it.
Yeah.
But so I was, then people, get mad. They're like, oh, well, I haven't figured it out. I'm not rich yet. And I'm like, well, you have to do the work. But yeah, that was my first like little thing. And I had like a sunglass company that was just ticking along as well.
Do you feel like that probably helped you a lot though? Like once you started gaining traction and becoming so much bigger, I feel like those little pieces probably helped you now.
Yeah, it helped me with like sales and like selling myself and like selling like, I don't know, just be more confident in myself, because before that I didn't really know how to sell anything, and also like just be confident, just say whatever I wanted. So I think it helped. Like that's the only good thing I got out of that.
Do you really just not care what people think?
Well, yes and no. Like to an extent, like I care. I do care if like I take a lot of stuff on, like people that I respect, I will take on their criticism. But online, if you comment something stupid, then I'm like, I actually don't care about you. You're gonna get blocked. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, or restrict. I restrict a bunch of people so that they comment more stuff and they don't know, like that no one can see it and they suck. So yeah.
That's amazing. I feel like on the show, you're the one that like really blew up the most. Did you go into it like having a goal of what you wanted out of it, or knowing that like you wanted to be this person?
I don't think we knew how big it was gonna be. Like we had no idea that it was gonna come out in COVID. Like we got told it was meant to be in December, like the year before that, which it wouldn't have had anywhere near the success it had.
Oh wow.
But I just when I went on there, I was like, I'm just gonna fuck around, and like I'm not here to make friends. That was my biggest thing. I was like, I just said to everyone, I have my friends at home. I don't want to be friends with you guys. I'm gonna have fun and have a good time. And then so when I went on the show, that was kind of the whole mentality where everyone else is like, I need to be besties, I need to do this. I know we're all gonna hate each other. I know it doesn't matter. So I just had a good time, and I think that was the reason why you could kind of tell, like I just didn't really care and I was being playful, whereas the rest of the people were just so serious. Like this $100,000 was like $1 billion. I'm like, who cares? Like, I'm gonna do what I want.
Well, it worked out.
Yeah,
That's crazy. How did you get the opportunity to be on Netflix?
So after the first show I did, I was applying for every single show under the sun for like 6 months. I was like, I have to do more of this stuff. I had so much fun. I love making people laugh. I love like just being a big idiot and then having my friends like tell me that I'm stupid and think it's funny. So I was like, how do I do more of this stuff? It's so much fun. So I was applying for everything. I was finding like people that were on like MTV shows like X on the Beach, and I'm finding if they followed like a new casting agent, I'd DM them. I would like any friends that I had in the space, I'd ask them like if they knew anyone, but people didn't really want to help each other. And then I was trying to find every email I could, and then anytime I'd see a show that was like casting, no matter who it was for or where it was, I'd apply for it. And there was I got through to this guy who was like casting for like Love Island UK, and I had a UK passport. So I applied for that like probably like 5 or 6 times, like all under different names. Some of them with like naked photos, Like, I just didn't care. I was like, I'm gonna apply for like everything I could. There was one was holding balloons and I was naked, like in the mirror, like just like I'm like they're gonna want me, like they're gonna be like, this guy's fucking nuts, and it's crazy. And so then, so it was like a week. It was like maybe a week or 2 weeks before I was meant to fly out for it. And the guy Sam King, he was like, "Hey, we have this other show. I can't tell you who it's for, but it's for a big streaming network, and I think you'd be better on it." And I was like, whatever. Yeah, I was like, the universe has like a plan, so I'm just gonna go with it. And then we flew out. We didn't know it was for Netflix until we touched down in Mexico. And they're like, "Hey, like this is for Netflix." Then I was like, "Cool." Well, I didn't even have Netflix at that point, so I was like, sick. Like, that's cool. And they're like, "Yeah, it's their first ever reality show." I'm like, sweet. Like, that's fun. I hope they do it well.
Like, yeah, you had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Well.
I was like sick, and then I finally got Netflix. I was like, "Oh, this is huge.
Yeah.
This is crazy."
That's so crazy. That's so cool.
It was so random.
But it just shows you like really just were like motivated, putting yourself out there, constantly trying. That's how you have to be.
Yeah, in anything, like even with like these shows or whatever, it's just like just being consistent. Like, it's one thing to feel like motivated 1 week, but to continue that over 6 months. It helped. Now I'm in my PJs in bed in LA with you.
Overlooking the city, just living it.
Yeah.
Now this is your job.
Yeah,
You
literally.
just hop in girls' beds and hang out.
I wish it was that easy.
Once you started gathering fame, what was it like for you initially? Like, what did it feel weird?
It was profoundly overwhelming. Like, it was really weird because we had like fame. I think if the show wasn't in COVID, I could have gone outside and gone to clubs and felt like, damn, like I'm the man. Everyone knows who I am. But no one, like, I was just in my, because in the middle of lockdown, I was in my apartment with my friends. And like if I look at my phone, my whole world is changing. But if I turn my phone off and I walk around my apartment, nothing's different. Like, I'm still in the same place. My friends are still talking to me the same. Nothing was different. And that was the most like, the weirdest thing, because I'm like, damn, I got 100,000 likes in 10 minutes. And then I turn my phone off. It doesn't matter. I'm like, this is so strange. Like, I walk outside and I have a mask on and like a hat, and no one's like, oh shit, it's Harry. It was so weird. The first time I got noticed, it was at UCLA. There's this girl called, her name starts with an X, Zila. Or it was something funny, but I could never say it right, so that's why I'm not very good at it.
Okay.
But I met her and she was like, she asked me for a photo. I'm like, dude, why? And then
That's so cool.
Then I started talking to her. Then we started running together. And I'm like, so what are you studying? She's like, why are you so curious? I was like, dude, why do you know me? Like what is going on? So we'd run around the track. And then one day she brought me some merch from her university, and I brought her some merch from me. And then she graduated and she went on her way. But it was really, really cool.
That is cool. And then you just how long did it take you to get used to it?
I don't think like I'm really used to it at all. Like, it's kind of just like strange. I don't know. People look at me. I'm like, when have we met? Like, I just get weird.
How do you know if someone's a fan or someone you actually met?
I just hug everyone. I'm like, yo, fuck, what's going on? And then if they tell me something specific, I'm like, okay, we've met. I know you. But usually, like, I don't know. It's very strange. Like, I still think that I'm like, I don't know, like at the bottom level of it, and like I still have a lot more work to do. But anytime, like, anytime I see someone, I just hug them and pretend that I do know them, because I'm sure like by the time we finish that conversation, we're gonna be best friends. But it's still weird. Like, actually, last night I was eating hot pot, and this is what really annoys me about this situation. This guy walked past 3 times with his phone like this, like pretending he like couldn't see us. I'm like, brother, I can see you fucking filming me, and I'm trying to fill my face with hot pot. Like, I've never had it before, and I made such a mess. It was disgusting. It was so embarrassing. I'm like, there's one thing to film, it's not this. Like, I'm gonna get canceled for the mess I made. And this dude walked past like 3 times, and you can always tell when someone's filming because you're staring at them and their head isn't moving, and they're just like, so like, you know when someone's looking at you. And this guy's like got his phone like this, and he's just like walking in a straight line. I'm like, brother, I'm gonna slap you because this is so embarrassing. And then he walked past, and I go to Georgia. I was like, that dude's filming. I hate when people film me when I'm eating. Like, ugh. Like, especially this fucking mess. Like, I was trying duck feet for the first time, and I almost vomited. And this guy's fucking filming that. Anyway, so it's so bad. So then I tell Georgia, I was like, he's filming us. he walks around this thing where there's like a little wall, and you get like your sauces and stuff. And I look over, and his hand is up like over the thing, and like, with his phone. And I'm like, this motherfucker. Like, I had a duck foot like this. I'm like, you bastard. That's the only time like it annoys me, or like when I feel like kind of special. But
Yeah,
the rest
because when you're doing something you just don't want to fucking.
I'm like, dude, like, come on, there's a mess. Like, this is the worst. Like, everyone's gonna think I'm a messy eater now, and like, they didn't give us the scissors to chop the noodles, so it's all over the fucking table. It's terrible. So, anyway, sorry.
That's amazing.
Get a sidetrack.
Is there
Next part, Mr. Lovable.
I know.
After that story.
We won't go there yet. Is there anything you look back on and cringe when you were first becoming successful?
Everything. Like, there's so many shower videos. There was this one where I spat on the camera because I saw someone else do it. I'm like, I'm not nearly hot enough to pull that off. Like, what in the world was I thinking? There was even ones where it was like a Justin Bieber song in the shower, and I'm just like, because the reason why it made me cringe is because that angry billionaire that didn't like me. Remember that story with that angry?
Yes. It took me a second.
Because he sent me that video, and he's like, "This is my shower," and I'm like, "Fuck, dude!" Like, out of all the videos, like that one's so cringe, and I'm lip syncing. He's like, "You got a good voice." I was like, "It's not me. I'm lip syncing. It's Justin Bieber." Like, thank you, though. And he's like, "Oh wow, cool." And then I'm like, "That's so cringe. I should have deleted it." But I think there's like old TikToks where I was trying to be like hot and like sexy. I'm like, I'm not. Like, I should just be funny because that's what's gonna work for me. So that.
You're like, doesn't feel right.
Yeah, it's just like.
And they're all just on the internet still, just going around.
Yeah, I'm like, I think the reason why I leave them all up is because I want people to see the growth in the human. Yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
a really gross person.
Yeah, I'm like, I want you
No,
to
I
see
actually
that.
respect it that you're cool with it.
Yeah, I'm like, because when, say I land a big movie or something happens, they're going to look back and be like, this guy, like, he started here and now he's like blossomed amazingly, instead of like, he's always cringe and sucks.
Do you have any tips and tricks for people that want to grow their social media following?
The biggest thing is be consistent. Like, it's one thing to just like, I think you have to like, the more consistent you are, the better your content's going to be, the better you're going to be engaged with your audience, and not like, everyone loses followers. So like, I know famous DJs or people with like 30, 40 million that are still losing followers. Like, it happens. It's just a natural thing. So I think the biggest thing is stay consistent, because it's inevitable. It's going to happen. Take the pressure off yourself and just fall in love with the process, instead of like, damn, I need a video to hit 100,000 views or 200,000 views right away. Just keep being consistent. Then one video is going to slap, and then people are going to see your other content and be like, wow, this person's fun.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest thing, is consistency, because we always go on like little roller coasters, but if you just keep it as flat as you can and just stay at it and not be derailed by anything, and also don't listen to other people, because people suck. All my friends told me not to do this stuff. I had a friend told me that I could never act if I was in a reality show, and now in a crazy film that's coming out. I'm not sure when. I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about it. But
I know, that's what's so cool. Like, when you told me you're going into acting and you told me you actually like booked a role, I'm like, that's so sick, because I've heard that too. Like, it's so hard to be in reality and then change to like acting, but like you're like a perfect example of that. And I feel like everything nowadays is like, why are we putting any rules on ourselves?
It's like, you know what else is hard? Like walking on the fucking moon. Like, that's hard. And there's 2 guys that did it. Like, let's go. Like,
it's all about your mindset and like your belief.
Yeah, it's also hard to build a building, and there's so many buildings everywhere. Like, everywhere there's buildings. Like, let's just go. Like, someone did that. Like,
I was thinking about it too. I was like, The Rock like has done so much stuff. He's like done a business. He does wrestling. He's done acting. He's like, it just shows you can literally do everything.
Yeah.
You don't have to like be like limited. So when I saw you do that, I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, thank you. But it is, people get like scared. People get worried, and I think that the worst thing is what I realized being here, is telling someone that you want to do something, because then they put all their little jealous energy into it and like fuck it up, and then you lose your motivation and hunger and to get it done. Like, I always wait till the contract is signed. That's what I say. Like, I just wait till the pen is on paper before I tell anyone, because there's nothing that's going to stop it from happening. Like, it's signed, sealed, and delivered. And even like with, say, acting classes or singing lessons or any of that stuff, I don't tell anyone until like it's already happening.
Yeah,
Because
that's
then
smart.
people are just going to be like, people, no matter who they are, they're always going to be a little bit jealous, and they're always going to want to make sure it's them, or be like, why are they putting in the effort when it's not even worth their time? I don't know.
Yeah.
Ugh.
No, it's true. That's so true. No, that's a good point. Yeah, because then their energy like gets involved in it, and then it's just not good.
Yeah.
What are some of your like ways that you keep attention on you on social media?
Just having a new girlfriend every week. No. No, I think I think trying to be one thing on my Snapchat is I try and be like just more authentic myself and just talk about like spirituality and stuff like that. I think each platform I try and offer something different. But mainly it's just like the way I keep things moving forward is just trying to meet as many people as I can, collab with different people, but also just like have funny content. Like I'm always like self-deprecating because I think people just like no one wants to see like like me do any like cringy stuff. They want to see me just like be a big dickhead. So I think that's the only way that I get like things moving forward. And then for some reason I always find myself in trouble. So I always find myself in like people's drama. So I'm like, well, it works. So thank God. Yeah.
Well, it works.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because like this new like reality show out on Netflix, and for some reason everyone is talking shit about me. I'm like, I'm not even on the show. Like
Really?
I'm not even on it. Like I said no to it. And I get the worst side of being on a reality show, and that's like I only get the only downsides about the show. That's the drama and people hating you online. I'm like, I didn't even do the show. Like I'm not even getting any followers from it. I'm not doing anything. I didn't get to like make a tit of myself. I didn't get to make people laugh. I didn't even get paid because I didn't go on this show. The only thing I'm getting from the show is people getting mad at me. But I didn't even do it. Yeah.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah, but it keeps people talking about me. So
Yeah, I was gonna say at least people care.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like sick. Thank God.
You're like, all right. Okay, so let's dive into your magnetic personality. And I kind of told you about this that one day I saw you when we were on the rooftop. I'm like, I want to have you on my podcast and talk with you about this because I really like, obviously I've always loved you, but when I walk out and I like went to different interviews or different business meetings, and every single time your name gets brought up, everyone always says like, I love Harry. Like they do. They just love you.
Fun.
And I'm like, you're just so good at like walking into a room and like making people feel comfortable and connected with you and like want to be around you. You're just a very likable person. So I think that's something people have a hard time with. Yeah. And there's a lot of people that are like, okay, how does he do that? You know? So that's kind of what I want to shine light on. So
thank you. That's really sweet. That's so lovely. You're the only person that's ever said that.
Really?
Yeah.
Aww.
That's really, yeah.
Yeah,
really
I noticed it about you.
Oh.
So what would you say is like your secret for making people feel comfortable?
I think I probably got it from my manager, is always being service of other people. And like whenever I have meetings and stuff, I'm always like, what can I offer? Like what can I give to you? Because I know, especially a lot of these big people that I meet, like people just take. People want stuff. And I feel a lot better when I do something for someone else. So like all my friends and people around me, like I prefer to try and do more stuff than what I get out of it. Which is, I think maybe that's the reason why things have like people enjoy me, because I'm always like, maybe if I leave that conversation, I hope they got a laugh. But the main thing I want is I hope they left that conversation feeling better than they did when they came into it. That's like always my thing, is like I want to leave every situation where they feel like energized and uplifted, instead of like, oh, damn, that was like a mouthful, like that sucks, you know? Because you have those conversations with people, and you like meet people, and you're like, damn, like I never want to see you again because you're just like such a cloud and boring. And, like, you only care about yourself. That was my biggest thing, is just being conscious to try and give more than I get.
And I think it's refreshing for people for sure. And like what's crazy about it is when you're like that, it makes people want to be around you more. And then actually makes people want to go out of their way to help you back, because they're like, they feel good.
Yeah.
Want to provide back. And then that's how you create like true abundance, because now people are like, the energy exchange is like balanced, not just like, oh, what can I get? And then.
Exactly. Yeah. It's also a long-term play as well. Like people are always going to keep you in mind, because like, oh, that was a good person. Yeah. Because there's so many silly sausages around, and people suck. You know, especially here, like everyone comes here because they have a dream and they want to figure it out. But if you figure out how to help someone else's dream, it's going to help yours.
How do you make friends so easily? Like, how do you connect with someone when you first walk in a room to like make them feel comfortable?
Oh, I think I get, I just ask so many questions. I think that's probably why people...
You're just naturally curious.
Yeah, I'm just so curious about other people because I'm like, I'm going to learn something. And I think maybe a lot of influencers or a lot of people in this space kind of just like, they know they're cool. They know people want to talk to them. So they kind of just like wait for people to come ask them questions. But I'm just so curious about everyone. And like, how did you get here? Like, what happened? Like, what's going on? Like, why are you here? So I get very like fired up and motivated off hearing other people's stories. And I think maybe that's how I've made so many friends, is because I'm just like, I genuinely want to know about people, and I want to know like if I can help be a part of their story.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It is. What advice would you give someone that wants to be more magnetic in a room?
I think a lot of people get stuck in their heads about like with anxiety and like worried about what other people are thinking, and like I do it as well. Like I get like, oh, does that person like me? Then maybe they're looking at me weird. I think the best thing is to just try and shoot that down as quick as you can, and just walk over to someone and just say hi and be curious about them, and just try and like just be a more uplifted vibe instead of someone that's like, I don't know, just curious about people for the wrong reasons. I think that's the biggest thing is I when I meet people, I don't have an agenda. Like if someone tells me they work for this person or whatever, I'm not like, what can I get out of that? Like it's more just like, okay, cool. Like how can I help you and your mission, and how can I leave? I don't know, just be more of a curious person than, oh, okay, cool. You know that person, put me in a movie. Like it's, because there's a lot of that stuff here. Yeah. But I think that's the biggest thing is just try and just be more of a better vibe and an uplifted vibe, and whatever problems you got for the day, put it to the side and just try and make that person's day better. Yeah, I don't know if that.
I just felt like saying this right now, but there's just like so much talent that I've met in my life. Obviously, I worked with talent for like 10 years, but like there's a difference between like you just have an energy about you that's very different from most of the talent, and because of that, I'm like, you're for sure gonna blow the fuck up even more than you are today. I have no doubt. And so, yeah, like those things that you're saying is like, it just resonates with me a lot, because I'm like, that is the way to be with people. It makes people want to be around you, work with you, help you, build you, like want to see you succeed.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think that there just needs to be more people like that in the world. And like, especially even if you're just starting out and you're like, okay, well, I want to be an influencer. I want to create content. I want to do that. Like the more people that you could be around that are like helping each other, and like the thing you said about like just saying yes to everything is so smart. And so I think anyone that's starting out doing that and acting as you're saying is a good way to like go about it if they're trying to build themselves. So it's cool.
Yeah, it's just the best way to be, because especially in this world, like talent usually only just care about themselves and like what's gonna make their bank account bigger or their following bigger. So it's like when you actually just be a human. I just say like a lot of these influencers aren't real people. Like it's just, you're not real. You're a robot and you don't actually exist, because you don't have like depth and normal conversations. So I think like that's, if you want to get into space, that's the first thing you should do, is try and just build like real and genuine connections, and don't be worried about the short-term gain.
Yeah. Because then that person thinks about you later and they're like, oh yeah, they would be good for this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But that's so true. I've met so many influencers out here that I'm like, how?
Yeah. Just silly little wombat. Like, it's crazy.
It's wild.
Yeah.
I've talked about that with some people that I've been on. I'm like, how, like, it's very often that you do meet talent that's completely different in person than they are online.
Yeah.
Like, it's wild.
Yeah, no, I think that was the first thing I noticed when I came to LA, is I met an influencer that was so different online and offline. And I was like, I never want to be like you. Like, I think you suck. Like, you have so many secrets, and if one of those gets out, like, your whole world's gonna crumble. So that was half the reason. Like, after Taught to Handle, I just told everyone all my shit, because I was like, I don't want to have any secrets. I don't want you guys to not trust me. I just want to be open and honest. And it was probably not a good decision, but here we are.
I mean, it kind of is, because then no one can hold anything against you.
Well, it started a lot of wars with my family, so whatever. That's my problem. You guys get to know.
It's fine now.
Yeah, I own that. Yeah.
Wow. I feel like, though, I've had someone tell me that before. They're like, the more that you're just like, you tell like people something first, then they can't hold that power over you.
Yeah, just get it out of the way. Like, who cares?
Have you always been well liked? Like since little Harry?
No, I was a little geek. I had braces for 3.5 years and blocks and rubber bands, and I was a tall, skinny little rat at school. And I got kicked out of every school in my country, so I had to go to school in New Zealand.
No way.
Yeah, I was a piece of shit. Yeah, I sucked. I had this party. It was like Harry's going away party. There's 500 people there.
Kicked out of every
Yeah. I don't know why my parents permitted it. They said 80 people max. There was 600 people there. We started a riot. It was horrible. It was terrifying. It was crazy.
It was like Project X.
It was like the Australian version of that. 12 people got arrested.
No.
There was so many fights. Like, it was fucked up. It was honestly terrifying. So I wasn't well liked.
You were. You had 600 people at your party.
They weren't there because they liked me. They were there because they thought it was going to be crazy.
And they were so happy you were leaving?
Yeah, everyone was. And then I got kicked out of school in New Zealand. I had to live in a tent for 2 weeks.
No way.
But it was just...
What?
Yeah, I think because I was such a little rascal that not many people liked me, but I was just having fun. And then I went and traveled and figured out myself. And then, yeah. I don't think many people like me. People would meet me in person like me, but there's always this angry little...
Yeah, I would say that the reason I bring it up more is just because like who you are in person, and it's like I think that's a really cool quality that has brought you so much success also because of what we talked about. So yeah, I'm not sure how well you portray that to all your fans, but I know you have a lot of people that love you. So.
I think it's more like when you're on these reality shows, people only see 10% of your personality. And on Taught to Handle, I did this like big thing where I lied. And so everyone always has this thing in the back of their head, like, well, you lied about that kiss. I'm like, yeah, brother. But like each episode is 3 days. Like there was so much stuff cut out that led up to me lying at that point to make me look worse, which is fine. That's TV. And I'm very happy it happened because people talk about it. But yeah, it sucks because there's always that one thing that people like kind of hold over me. Like, oh, you're a liar. You're this. I'm like, well, no, I'm not. I've told you all my shit. Like everyone knows everything that's going on. So yeah, I think I'm better in person. I still haven't found a way to kind of like let people in to like understand me and get to like know and love me as I'm still figuring it out. Yeah. It's hard with TikTok stuff because I just do like silly sounds and do like cringe stuff.
So what is clout farming and how do you do it?
I think so. Clout farming started. I don't know if I invented the term.
I think I'm
pretty sure I did.
Because I remember when I just was talking to Tana and she was telling me, she's like, I remember when Harry said clout farming, and I was like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was me because I remember me and her being together, drama that was going on, and then anytime we would like do a video, it would just boost clout like crazy. So we're just like, oh, we're just clout farmers, and that's what we're doing. Like we come for a harvest. So. Yeah, I think it was just we're more farming because there was just drama and stuff going on. We were just like injecting ourselves in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it worked. She's really good at that.
She is really
She's
good
the number one, pound for pound, clout farmer in the world.
She's so good at it. That's what I was talking to her about. I'm like the fact like she like knows what she's doing exactly.
It's crazy.
I think it's like it's cool.
Any drama, anything that's going on, I'm like Tana's definitely involved. Like any shit that's happening, Tristan Thompson, Khloe Kardashian, Tana's definitely fucked them. Something's happened. Like that's Tana's baby. That's not Tristan's. Or Chloe's fucking. I'm like, Tana is involved in any of this stuff. Harry Styles, Emma Ratajkowski, Tana was there. That's my first thought. I'm like, Tana was filming. She was driving the Uber. Like she's involved in everything. I know she's got something to say about this. It's amazing. Crazy.
That's
yeah.
So good. What is the cringiest thing someone's ever done to clout farm that you've seen?
There was this one girl, this wombat. So this was a while ago, but this girl wanted to like get dinner and like hang out, and I didn't think anything of it. And I was like, yeah, sure, would love to. And as soon as we started hanging out, she put her phone, would put it down and she's like, get in this TikTok. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, and then we'd be in the car and she's like, get in this TikTok. I'm like, brother, I'm trying not to get hit by another car. I was like, why are you like, I thought we were going to go to dinner and like get to know each other. But like any 5 minutes, she would literally just like, get in this TikTok, like get in this story. I'm like, dude, like you're actually insane. Like this is actually disgusting. Like get away from me. And then she was like, oh yeah, I have like 5 verified TikToks. I'm like, how? She's like, oh, I buy them. I'm like, okay, well, that is terrifying. Like you don't need to do all that. Like you should have just said one. I would have been like, whatever, cool. 5? Crazy. Verified? That's wild. But yeah, that was personally, that was the weirdest moment for me, is like trying to hang out with someone and like get to know someone, give someone my time, and every like time I would turn my head, she was like filming me. I'm like, dude, like, you need to sign an NDA. Like, this is terrifying. But nothing ever happened with her. I dropped her off, and that was
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I was like, dude, like, this is.
So you want to be my girlfriend?
Yeah. I'm like, what is going on? She already posted, like, we're together. No, she didn't. But there was so many. She's like, are you gonna post one? Are you gonna post one at the same time? I'm like, dude, I'm fucking driving. Like, we're at a red light. Like, I haven't had even a moment to think. I don't even know your name. Like, you just started filming.
Yeah, I feel like it's all about how you do it. Because, like, I think that in a way, like, people put shade on, like, clout. Yeah. But at the same time, if you really think about it, for, like, influencers, it's, like, networking.
Yeah, it's great.
It's, like, building your guys' careers, and you guys are doing the same thing, but it's about, like, how you do it.
Just get to know me first. Like, I would have done any renegade, TikTok, whatever you needed. Renegade. But, like, that was within 30 seconds of, like, you open the car door. Hi, Harry. I'm like, God, like, I probably had a booger on my nose. Like, I didn't moisturize that day. Like, I was so upset.
Okay, so now let's dig into your relationships. Your favorite. So I remember when I first met you, there was a lot of influencers around that I met that all were talking about you. You know, liked you and had crushes on you and things like that. Cool. You were like negative? No, shit. But I was like, you obviously have not had a hard time meeting girls in LA.
No. No.
No.
It hasn't been hard. Everyone's really lovely here.
I love the way you said that. No, it hasn't been hard.
No, it actually is not. No, you say it like that. It's been great.
And so with that, how has dating in LA been for you?
Horrible. It's been great. It's really easy to meet people. But it's just like, it's not very easy to find like a nice like connection and like someone you care about and like someone that really like genuinely wants the best for you. It's usually just like you go to hide, go home with someone, the next day you're like, and then they go home. It's like, this sucks.
Yeah, that's boring.
Yeah, it was fun when I first moved to LA because I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, I must be really fun and like cool. And then as soon as I like started getting my life together, I was like, okay, well, this is so taxing. Like people just hookup culture is just so boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it feel cool at first to be able to talk to all the girls that you wanted to talk to?
It was so sick. Like, it was unreal. And then there was one of my exes. She was on this like parade going around town, like telling everyone how horrible I was. So I'd have these like, and the thing is like, I hadn't spoken to my ex in like a year or something. I'm like, our breakup wasn't even bad. Like, you were the one cheating on me and I didn't tell anyone. But like, she was parading this like terrible narrative around, and I'd meet these girls like, oh yeah, I went to dinner with your ex. She's horrible. She's really nasty to everyone. She didn't talk to anyone that was above like that was below 5 million followers or something. Like really like shallow. But she was talking about how horrible you are. I'm like, damn, it's so crazy because like I'm a sweetheart. And then those girls would end up hooking up with me because they didn't like her. I'm like, this is fun.
You're like, you're really helping me get girls.
Yeah, I was like, sweet. I was gonna send her like a thank you card. Like, this has been incredible. Thank you so much.
I met so many girls because of you.
Because they all have something to talk to me about. Like, oh, your ex was saying really horrible things. I'm like, well, I wish her all the best. I hope she's amazing. And they're like, oh, you're actually really nice. I'm like, come on over. I got cheese and bread at home.
Best thing you can do. Talk good about people.
Yeah.
Is it hard for girls you date to deal with how many girls' attention you get?
I think that it does like play a toll, and I think it is stressful. But it's also like, you know, if I'm with someone, I'm pretty like solid, and I'm pretty like, hey, like I don't care, whatever you think is happening. Like, I'm not going out here and being as crazy as I was. Like, it's also hard because I painted myself in such a crazy picture before, and I was also like just being nuts and going out and doing whatever I wanted, and so I think it does. But it's also like, I think it's part of the industry. Like everyone gets a little bit insecure, but it's your job to make sure that your partner's secure and understands that like you're not looking anywhere else and you don't want anything else.
What about you? Do you get jealous?
Of course. I'm human. Like, that's crazy. Of course I do. I think everyone does, but I'm pretty good at knowing who I am now. Yeah. I figured myself out enough because I'm 25. My frontal cortex is fully developed now. But I think like everyone does a little bit, but it's just good to like always like I have this friend Teddy.
Sorry.
They
It
got
was
you?
so random.
Yeah.
You have to explain that
Oh.
part. Because my
Frontal cortex.
frontal cortex.
No, we were talking before about my birthday coming up, and she's like, "Oh, you know, once you get 25, your brain's fully developed." And I was like, "Oh, is that for both of us?"
So you got a little bit more mature now, so we're
Yeah.
really proud.
Yeah, I'm very proud, but I'm like,
So now that your frontal
I
cortex
still have more
is
developing
fully
to do.
developed,
No, there's still
you-
more to go.
You now know yourself better.
I know myself better, and I'm
So
more
you're
just like,
able to tell if you're jealous.
yeah, I can be like, oh, okay, why am I feeling that way? Am I jealous? Did she do something? Am I being insecure? Is it something that I can work on? And it just helps me like answer those questions a little bit better. And then I just like figure it out. I'm like, okay, well, there's no need to be jealous.
Yeah.
It's just not productive. Like I think a little bit of jealousy is fun.
Yeah, because it makes you
flirty.
feel like you still like them.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I get a little jealous when people talk to you.
Yeah.
If you don't care, it's kind of a problem.
Yeah. Go fucking talk to him.
Sure, as
Yeah.
long as you want.
Yeah.
What's the sexiest qualities you like about a girl?
Someone who has a good sense of humor, and is motivated. I think that like turns me on. Like having to talk to someone that has like goals and is like focused and like can laugh and like be playful and whatever else and just doesn't take life too seriously. For me, like that just turns me on like crazy because you can meet anyone that's like attractive, and if they don't have like goals or ambitions, or they're just like a flesh robot
Yeah.
that's just like standing in front of you, just like so gross. So
Yeah.
ick.
There's been so many times I've met like some of the hottest girls in LA that are influencers, and you talk to them, they're literally like
Yes.
just chilling.
It's like, dude, what is
I'm
going
like,
on
so
up
what are you
here?
doing? They're just like they're like going to the next party, or just like I'm like, you could do so much.
Yeah, where's the frontal cortex gone? It actually doesn't exist anymore. Like, what happened? Sucks.
Yeah, it's so crazy. And I'm like, you could do so much with your life. How are you not just
Yeah.
like maximizing it? It's wild.
It sucks. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing for me is like whenever someone isn't either like motivated or whatever else. Like you could be the hottest person on the planet, but I just probably wouldn't even want to talk to you because you just suck. Like you can't hold a conversation.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's all about personality.
Yeah.
When you were single and had like all these girls that you could hook up with, did it get lonely? Does a player get lonely?
It sucks.
We all want to know.
Yeah. No, it sucks. Like I think for a while, like because I was drinking, going out all the time, that I just like thought it was like cool and I was the man. And then when you're just like, I don't know, when you have a person that you understand their body and their soul and can like really like give your love and energy to someone, it was so much more fulfilling than like just going out and hooking up with people. And I think, going sober and just like focusing on myself has helped me like appreciate having someone there more than when I was like partying and like fucking around.
Yeah, because you feel like it's like draining after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you can get lost in LA.
So lost in the sauce.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
it's crazy.
How long have you not drank for?
Since April, so I'm coming up on a year now.
Damn.
Yeah, so
Proud of
fun.
you. That's so cool.
Yeah, but I'm gonna drink on my birthday.
Was Coachella the last time you drank?
Yeah.
I love it just because there's so many good-looking people there.
Yeah, there's so many
It's
gorgeous
fun.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to do it single. Meet everyone and have a good time.
What's the worst way a girl has ever hit on you? I feel like you probably have some funny ass ones.
Just people like grabbing my dick.
No way.
Yeah, like I've been out and I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like you, it's just, I'm like, dude, what in the world makes you think that that's gonna make me like suddenly just like spike up and be like, where are we gonna go? Like, I don't know. There was this one time we did like a meet and greet, and this wasn't the worst way because she was very funny and like a sweetheart. But she's like, yeah, I knew you were gonna be here, and I came here to tell you that I'm gonna sit on your face, and no. Yeah, she said that, and we got it. Like someone filmed it. Like she walked up, she said, "I'm gonna sit on your face." I was like, "Dude, we're at a fucking shopping mall. Like, there's children around. Like, you're gonna get arrested if that happens. Like, I'm so sorry." There was another one where when I was drinking and going out, this girl like walked up to me. She's like, "You're fucking me tonight." I'm like, "What? Like what? What do you like? Do I have a choice? Can I say no? Like, I don't know you. Like, why?" Because I don't know, I get like nervous when I meet, like when I'm out and drinking or whatever, I just want to have a good time with my friends or whatever. So when people come over and they're very forward, I get like, I get like shy and like freak out because I think being on Too Hot to Handle gets like, you get hypersexualized, and then people just only think that you're like horny and have like a sex addiction. But in the opposite, like sometimes I just don't even care about sex, you know? Yeah, like once a month.
What is the best way a girl has ever hit on you?
There was this one girl that said, she DM'd me. She said, you look like you'd fall in love with me, or something like that. And I was like, oh, that's really playful and like funny. And then I was like, yeah, I think I would too. And then she's like, okay, cool. When are we gonna hang out? I never replied to her, but that was fun. Like that was really cool. And then I randomly saw her again at like a random event. She's like, how you doing? I'm like, oh yeah, nice to meet you. Like, you're right. Like, I feel like I would fall in love with you, but I don't care. Like, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
So good, but it didn't work.
It was so good. It was really funny. Like, I just love witty stuff like that. Like, I will reply. Not now, but I would have. And then she was really cool. Good for her. But I never saw her again. I've never replied.
So who knows if anyone's going to use that line now, because it didn't actually work?
It actually didn't work. Like, but it made me think about it. Yeah.
What about a girl that will just be like, hi? It doesn't say much.
Like in person?
No, like on a DM.
Oh,
Do you hate that, or do you be like?
Just like, okay. Like, sweet. Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like hi is like the easiest way in, because then I have to carry the conversation now. I'm like, hi, how are you? How you doing? Like, where are you from? Like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't mind carrying the conversation, but like come in with a little bit more like jazz, and then I'm going to be like, I'm excited to talk to you. You know?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I feel like hi is like, reply to someone's story and be like, oh my God, like, I don't know, why'd you post this? I don't know.
Why did you post this?
Yeah, that's going to get me to reply. Like, what the fuck do you mean?
You're like, I thought the sunset was beautiful.
Yeah,
tonight.
like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would I not post this?
What's the biggest dating red flag you see in a girl?
Someone who smokes cigarettes. Yeah. I don't know if there's probably a million, but someone, like, whenever I've, like, dated a girl that has, like, cigarette smoke in her mouth when you kiss, it's just like, oh my God, did I lick fucking Palm Springs? Like, what would happen?
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
It gives me a headache. I'm allergic to tobacco.
You are?
I always got a headache around smoke, and then one time I got tested just to like see what I'm allergic to, and I found out I was, and I'm like, that makes more sense, because I like really can't be around it.
That's such a blessing.
I know.
That's wild. Yeah, that's so cool. You get to like anyone who smokes. Like, I'm so sorry. What about vape? Does that give you a headache?
No.
Oh.
No.
Damn.
So that's the only one, someone that has cigarette breath? That's your only red flag?
Oh, there's probably a million others. Yeah, cigarette breath. Oh no, I think like
like if you're on a date with a girl, are there any things that if they say that you're like,
Yeah, girls that are like so that don't have like a value for like money, and it, like I've always been spoiled, because you find it a lot in LA. There's people that get like spoiled a lot of old rich guys that just take girls on trips and do all this stuff. So there was this one time I spoke to this girl, and everything was normal. She's like, take me to Vegas. And I was like, bro, I've got work. Like, I gotta do stuff tomorrow. Just take me to Vegas. Let's go on a trip somewhere. And like that was the only way that she wanted to hang out, if we went on a trip somewhere. I'm like, dude, like, I feel like going on a trip somewhere maybe is like date like maybe 4 or 5, like when we know we like each other. But you're telling me I'm gonna be locked in a hotel room with you for a weekend. We're gonna end up hating each other. I'm gonna cancel the room, get my flight back, and you're gonna have to figure it out. Like, this is crazy. Like, I know I'm not gonna like you if that's like your first approach. So girls that are like, all they want to do is like be flown somewhere or taken care of,
and they like expect it.
Yeah, it's like that's it. That's
how they it kind of makes you feel used.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, like, I would rather take my best friends and go and guarantee that we're gonna have fun, instead of going with like a random girl that may or may not like have a good time. And then when we get there, you're going to want a bag, or you're going to want this. And it's like, come on. Stressful.
How does a girl ask you for a bag?
I actually had one of your friends ask me for one of your friends, that like asked me for I don't know if she is one of your friends, asked me for a allowance.
What?
Yeah. And I was like, dude.
One of my friends?
I think so. I think she's one of these people.
But do I hang out with her?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Yeah. No, you don't. But actually, I don't know if you are friends with her. Maybe you are, maybe you're not.
But she asked you for an allowance? How? That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, well, it's because she got like spoiled and stuff by guys, and I'm like, dude, like, what are you talking about?
An
I pay
allowance
taxes.
like a kid. It's
Yeah,
like first lunch
and it was
money.
like $30K a month. I'm like,
What?
Yeah, I was like,
how did she ask you?
just like, oh well, if you want me to be with you, then you should take care of my bills and stuff. And I'm like, okay, like how much are we talking? She's like, oh well,
said,
bags,
okay.
whatever. I'm like, dude, what bills? Louis Vuitton bag. Like, what are you talking about? And then yeah, I just like laughed at her. And then whenever we'd argue, I'm like, don't be silly. You're gonna cut your allowance. She's like, you don't even pay me. I'm like, yeah. Like,
That's
weird.
wild.
Yeah.
That's like some confidence to just be like, hey, I need this much per month if we're going to date.
Yeah, it's actually like, I'm like, whatever, like, good for you. If that works, good for you. But like, that is a hefty bill. Like $1,000 a day? That is crazy. That's
To hang out with you.
Yeah.
That's almost like, that's like an escort, actually.
No, that is escorting. I'm pretty sure that is. But I'm like, am I going to get massages every day? Are you going to clean the house? Are you going to fold my laundry? Are you going to do this stuff? Because that seems like the ROI on that sounds incredible. Are you going to go and do get coffee for the boys? Like, are you going to do this stuff, book my flights? That sounds like a good investment.
Now she's your assistant.
Yeah, a very expensive assistant. But I'm like,
but she's hot, so it's fine.
yeah, she get away with it. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. But this was so long ago when I like first moved here. I was like,
That was the first girl you dated in LA?
No,
Oh, okay.
would never date her. Too expensive.
How would your exes describe you?
Which ones? I think.
Is there like a common thing that they would say that you've heard?
I think they probably think I'm a big dickhead. Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm just playful. There's one that only talks horrible things, but it's just because she's got a venomous soul. But I think the rest of them just I'm a big sausage. I think like.
Are you on good terms with most of them?
Yeah, like I think a lot of them I'd walk up and like hug them and say.
Oh, that's
hi.
good.
Yeah, I think I'm like that with everyone. Like anyone
cool.
I've like been romantic with in the past, like I wouldn't care. Like I would walk up and say hi and talk to them and be caring. But I don't hate any of them. Like
Well,
I
that's
would
good.
say hi to all of them, but I'm just not sure if they would say the same about me. But the thing is, like, I've never been horrible to any of them. I've never raised my voice, seen how that has affected my parents' relationship when anger gets, brought up on both sides. And I'm like, "Ugh, I can't do that." So I've never been like horrible, like nasty to anyone. And I've never been like deceitful or like sneaky or whatever. But I just think that sometimes people's egos get crushed when the ugly one in the relationship rejects them, I'm like usually the ugly one out of the two. So I'm like, you know what?
This is done?
Yeah, deuces.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because people get their egos crushed and then they hate that person forever.
Are you the one that always breaks up with the other one?
For sure. Yeah.
Have you ever been broken up with?
Yeah, heaps. Yeah, I just like stop talking to people. I'm like, okay, cool. Hey, you want to hang out? Nah, I'm so busy. It's crazy. You wouldn't believe it.
Has anyone broken up with you?
Yeah, I think so. Like in high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You don't remember it to this day? Didn't always bother you forever?
Oh, it sucks. It hurts. I think there was a few, but it's like usually when I'm seeing someone or like when I'm with someone, it's like off and on for like a while. So it's like, oh, you broke up with me, I broke up with you. And then I usually kind of put my foot down and I'm very stubborn. I just won't come back around.
How do you know if the connection you have with someone is real?
In like love?
Or just like with a girl in LA, like when you start dating someone, how do you know if it's like real and like you guys actually have something?
Because I think it comes down to like when you're driving in the car and they enjoy whatever music you put on. I think that's like a simple thing where it's just like wherever you're going, they're happy and like you're content. Whereas like a lot of people will be like, ew, you like this shit? Like what? Like where are we going? Like, oh, what are we gonna do? Make sure we're back. Like usually when you're with someone that like you just know, like, and you can think it's also like when you're sitting there and you don't have to talk and you don't feel like you have to fill the space. I think that's like the biggest
so true.
indication of like if your soul or like you guys are happy.
Yeah. Wow, that's such a good way to say it. That's so true.
Yeah. Because I don't know, you sit there with some people and you're like, hey, what? I'm like texting still on my phone, like trying to talk. Like,
and then
whatever.
you feel like you have to entertain them.
Yeah,
and that's
like,
because you're not comfortable.
Yeah. Like, okay, this doesn't feel right.
You're like, so yeah.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Should I take you home or?
Yeah, it sucks. It's just like, oh, it's so awkward.
Yeah, but if you're with them and they're just like enjoying the moment and in the present, then you're just like they actually want to just be around you, which is
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
it's healthy.
I remember when I dated someone and I like had fun at the grocery store. I was like, okay, I really like you because like you
Wow.
could be anywhere and have fun with
Yeah.
them, you know?
It's a good
So
time.
yeah, it's true. It's a funny question.
Okay.
Do you love it or hate it when a girl doesn't know who you are?
I don't really care, because I meet a lot of people that don't know me, and I'm like, whatever. Like, at least you get to meet me before you get to see me online.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best thing, is when I
Yeah.
get to meet people before they see like my online presence. Because you look at me online, you're like, oh, send me shit. This photos, this guy's like so up himself, whatever else. But it's just like,
Is it harder for you to date, to like pick up on a girl if they don't know who you are, or you feel like it's the same?
I think it's the same. I think it's better, like, because then people don't have like a weird idea about you. They just like, they want to get to know you and they're genuinely interested. Whereas like maybe before they want to, I don't know, just they want to be around you for the wrong reasons. I think that's the best thing.
Would you ever date a fan?
Yeah, I would. I think so. Because then at least I know that they watch all my stuff. They know how crazy I can be online. And then they're just like in person, they're like, whatever, he's cool. He's just a nuthead online. So I think, yeah, I would. But like a few people I have dated have turned into fans after, because they stalk me on everything. They have fake accounts that follow me. They comment on everything. They post about me. They talk about me. It's crazy.
Those are crazy ex-girlfriends turned fans?
Yeah. It's honestly a blessing.
More followers, more views.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a big grand gesture to win over a girl?
Like a big, like, gift or something?
Yeah.
Damn.
Or even just like plan something, or did you ever do something that you're like to win someone over? You're like, oh.
I've only like ever done or spent money on someone that I'm like with.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, for some reason, I think my parents just like instilled that on me. Like, don't waste your money on someone that you're not like 100% sure about. So I only ever like spend money on someone that I'm like with and like know that it's like solid and that I'm not gonna feel shit about like spending that money on. But yeah, I think like, yeah, plan, like, I don't know. I think.
What's the cutest thing you've ever done for a girl?
Well, when Georgia came back to LA, I got her a Rolex, a Cartier ring, and then a book that had like that had a photo of us in the front of it. It's the story of Georgia and Harrison, and then it had like these little cartoons of like little like nice things to say about her, and then it had like a pie chart of like things that I loved the most about her, and then at the end of it, it had like a whole like thing of like fun date ideas that I wrote out that I want to try. And like it was just like a cartoon of us.
That's so cute.
Yeah, that was like the first time I saw it in a while. So I was like, oh, I want to do something special. And then it was kind of triumphed by like the Rolex. So I was like, oh, this is like what I'm really excited to give you. And I think this is gonna make you cry. And she's like, oh my god, a Rolex! This is crazy. But she was really appreciative. Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah.
What do you think is the biggest misconception people have about you?
That I'm a dickhead. Like that, that I'm like a big douche. Because like I meet people and they're like, oh my god, I thought you were gonna be like a douche, like an asshole. I'm like, no, I'm just fucking another dude. Like
you just do that for social media because it's like entertaining.
But I think a lot of people can't like understand that some people may be playing a certain character to a degree, or like playing like into something that they know is gonna like bring views or whatever. So I think a lot of people can't understand it, but then when you meet people and they're like, oh my god, I thought you were going to be an asshole, but you're really lovely. Yeah, like that guy filming me fucking last night. Like, should have said hi because I would have been nice, but now I want to stab you.
She just said, come take a photo. Will Harry Jowsey get married one day?
Yeah, I want to have a boy and a girl, and I want to get married, but my mom told me I'm not allowed to get married and have kids till I'm 30.
Oh.
I have to wait.
Responsible.
Yeah, but I feel like I should probably have them soon because my dad's getting old.
I'm proud of you for listening to your mama.
Yeah.
Like, but she said I can't, so I'm not.
Yeah, no, literally, I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like,
do you feel like you want to have kids right when you're 30?
I want to have one in the oven by the time, like May 24th, when I'm turning 30. I want to make sure that there's at least one being cooked up. You know.
I'm gonna talk to you when you're 30, and you're gonna feel like it came so quickly, and then I'm just curious what you're gonna say then.
I'm gonna probably have like 5 kids. I'd be like, was it Nick Cannon? You'd be like, yeah, how does it feel? You accidentally reverse manifested all these kids.
How many does he have?
Like 12.
Jeez.
That's over 30,000 a month. That's got to be like crazy. Like,
I heard he just makes so much money though.
really?
I heard he makes like 50 million a year or something wild.
Oh, he should have more kids.
Yeah, because I think he like owns Wild 'N Out. He like owns the actual show
Oh,
with them.
wow.
And
Good
it's
for
been
him.
on for like forever.
Wow, that's crazy.
Think about how many seasons they've had
Nuts.
since you were 10. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, fucking hell. They did ask me to go on that, but I got too afraid.
Yeah, I feel like that's too on the spot. They're like, make a joke. You're like, oh.
Yeah, and like rap and stuff. I'm like, dude, I'm as white as it gets. I'm from like rural Australia. I've never rapped in my life. Like, I'm even afraid of Eminem.
Okay, let's go into your manifesting because I love your
Woo!
mindset. I remember one time I was talking to you on the phone. You were telling me you have a sticky note on your mirror that says you're going to be in Men's Health magazine on the cover, and you were.
Yeah.
And tell us about that.
I took all those sticky notes down.
You did?
Yeah, I realized it was such a bad idea.
Why?
No, but I realized that when you invite people in your home
Yeah.
and you have all these stickies, it was kind of just like I'm opening my brain up for everyone to like come and like fucking mash up with. But it did work. Like a few things did work, but I have like a big book that's like locked up that no one can get into.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's like special. It has like a little wand. That, I
Oh,
don't,
that's so cute.
yeah, it could be a dildo. I don't know. But it has crystals and stuff on it, and it's ribbed. So
I put it up my butt, and
Yeah.
then I and read the
hit my
book.
arse chakra. Yeah, there we go. It's right in there.
I manifest my dreams.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that's cool. So you moved it to a book, and then how often do you look at it?
Whenever I feel sad. Yeah.
And it just lifts you up.
Kind of grim. Well, I just like whenever I feel like sad or like not motivated, or maybe I'm like over motivated and I need to like set new goals or whatever. It's not like every quarter I'm like writing stuff down. It's just like whenever I feel called to writing something, I go in there and I just like jot it down, and I have all these words of affirmation on the first page that I say out loud, and I have it on my whiteboard as well. That it was words of affirmation that my best friend Tavita, before he passed, I had a video of him saying them. I have it on my whiteboard and I say it out loud, and then I go on the book and I just write like everything down. I'm like, okay, cool. Like now, and then I say, once I close, I'm like, it's already happened. Time just hasn't caught up. Relax. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
And then just like let it.
Yeah. Because when you actually get stuff, you're like, I remember when I've manifested things, I've looked and I've been like, oh my God, it actually was the perfect time.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'm like, oh, be here quicker, and then you get it, and then you're like, no, this was the perfect
Yeah,
time.
you get so desperate. Like you're like, oh, it needs to happen. Like, and then once it comes around, you're just like, okay, like I'm so prepared. I'm so ready for this. I'm ready for it to happen. Yeah.
And then that desperate energy almost like pushes it away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when you get desperate and like try and cling on it, like it pushes it so far away. It's crazy.
So do you feel like that's how you manifest the things you want? You write it down?
I write it down, but I visualize it. Well, it's usually when I'm in bed. I just I close my eyes and I think about where I am, what I'm doing, what does it smell like, what does it feel like, who am I looking at? And I put myself in the future Harry, and I'm like, okay, cool, like I'm doing this. Like, say it's a movie set. I just got out of my trailer. I'm walking, go see the food guy, go see like the people, go talk to producers and whatever else. And like I feel that whole feeling. And then even when I'm driving on Sunset, I see billboards and stuff. There was this one that this guy looked like me, and I would just kept putting my face on it. And I was like, that's crazy. Anytime I drive past, I'd be like, fuck, I can't believe I got a billboard on Sunset. That's crazy. And then we got 3 billboards on Sunset.
Yeah, you got that. Yeah, you're manifesting well.
Yeah. So I like do shit like that, like real life. But it's more like visualization. I just say like it's already happened, and I just think about it already happening and putting myself in those positions. Like, you know, whenever you want to get a big house or whatever, go and like see real estate agents and like go and do a house tour and see what it feels like to be in a house like this. Because then you already know, and you're like, okay, cool, like it's not a big deal. I can make it happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and you just have to not think about how, right?
Yeah, just like it's inevitable. That's what I tell everyone. It's like it's inevitable. So I just cracked my ankle. That felt really good.
Now you are doing the hosting with Netflix.
Yeah.
And they love you.
Yeah.
And I remember the time they like put you in their bio, and I'm like, that is like the coolest fucking thing, because
So
they
crazy.
have so many celebrities, so much people they could have done that with, but it just shows how loved you are that they put your name in their bio. So
crazy.
How did you get that opportunity to host, and how have you liked it?
So I remember when they put me in their bio, I was filming a pilot for a show that I was hosting, and my phone started lighting up, and I was like, damn, Netflix mentioned me in their bio. And it was because I commented on one of their things, but I was being really flirty, and they said something flirty back, and then I said something more flirty. And then people, like the fans of their page, were like clocking onto it and kept saying stuff. And because I would comment on all their stuff all the time, because it would just like, we have the same audience, so it would just help with my engagement and stuff. And then they did that, and it was like, I had like some famous girls like message me like, "Oh my god, Netflix has good taste." I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
That's
like,
crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, get out of my DMs. Like, this is so random. Like, it was so crazy. But yeah, that was like such a crazy time as well, because also the Khloe Kardashian rumors went out at that same time as well. Because so what happened was they put me in their bio. I picked up this guy gave me a Bentley for a few days because he wanted to see if I wanted to buy it. I picked up flowers and like cookies, and I posted a photo of it to go drop it off to the Netflix team to say thank you so much. Like, it's been really incredible. There was a T page that posted Harry Jowsey's dating Khloe Kardashian, and he has a Bentley and flowers, and he's taking it to her. And they put that.
Why would they think that?
It was Jumois. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's like this T page that has like 1 million followers, and it went nuts. It was all through the press, all through the stuff. So even to this day, I get tagged in like Daily Mail, like Harry Jowsey, Khloe Kardashian, like Khloe Kardashian. Yeah, you Google it.
Do you know her?
Never. But this, like, she doesn't know me. I don't know her. I would love to. I think she'd be incredible. But I'm driving, and like all this stuff's going on. I'm like, what a fucking crazy week. And then the next day, she commented on a post, "This is absolutely not true." I'm like, come on, Khloe, babes. Like let it just run for another week. Like, please. I was doing so well. All these people coming to my page and like, no way, Khloe's downgraded, all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, fucking oath she has. Like, wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was a really wild time.
What is something exciting that you're working on?
Or
you want to tell us?
Well, I'm just working on acting stuff, and just been focusing on that world and developing shows. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm just focusing on that. I have a movie that I'm in, which is really cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And are you going to acting classes and everything, doing the whole thing?
For like a year and a half, I think.
Do you do it with groups, or do you do it
No,
one-on-one?
it's so fucking scary.
Yeah, I would not want to do that.
It's terrifying. No, I just have an acting coach, Kimberly. She's amazing. And then I have another one, and then a dialect coach, and then I have 2 dialect coaches and 2 acting coaches.
Oh yeah, I just remembered you were learning how to speak like American perfectly, like accent, right?
Yeah. It's like, because you have to do it for your auditions for acting. And then I started French classes. I'm 40 days in on that.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, because I'm like, I was sitting there at home. I'm like, I want my kid to know another language.
Yeah.
When I have a kid.
Has it been hard so far?
So easy.
Really?
Have you got Duolingo? It's sick.
No.
This episode is sponsored by Duolingo. No, but it's like a game.
Really?
And I get so competitive. I probably spent like $2,000 on there.
Wow.
Because I'm like buying all the perks and stuff. Because like there's a leaderboard and you go up against other people. But it's so easy. I can read like a sentence in French.
Really?
Yeah, I can
Wow,
understand
that's
like
cool.
almost a lot. I actually had a breakfast.
Time he
It's not
decides
fair.
he wants to learn one, he goes around the house and labels everything in the house with that in that language, and then he makes sure he says it. So he's like salt, like in that language, like chair, and like he.
Fuck, that's genius. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, and he said it helps you learn it so much quicker. I was like, oh, that's kind of smart.
That's so smart.
Yeah.
I'm doing that. I've got post-it notes. I've got everything. That's awesome. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I'm doing that.
All right, so my final questions for you are, what do you feel like is the $1 billion quality that got you to where you are now?
I think being personable and likable. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. Even in all my interviews and everything like that, just having a good time and just not taking life too serious. I think that's what's helped. Because so many people are just so worried about everything and have like this weird like veil of like anxiety. It's just like, we're all gonna one day, you know? So let's just have a giggle and keep it moving.
Just laugh.
Yeah.
Where do you envision yourself in 3 years from now?
I envision myself in a Marvel movie. And then,
so sick.
Yeah, I want to be in a Marvel movie.
I love Marvel movies.
Yeah, I think it'd be nuts to have my own
That'd be like
superhero.
If I ever wanted to be in a movie, it'd be a Marvel movie too.
Sick. Yeah, so I really want to be like a superhero and have like an action figure. Mainly because my best friend used to be super fat, and like he is like a mega nerd for everything Marvel. Like he knows everything about Marvel, and it'd just be more for him. So I could take him
Aw.
to the premiere and be like, sick, I did this for you. And now I'm locked into a contract forever and I can't like do anything. But I did this for you.
But this is
Yeah.
for you.
This one. And I think, just more movies and just comedies. I want to make people laugh. So I think that's like the biggest thing.
Yeah, I can see you playing like the rom-com, and you're like the guy that's like funny,
It's a goal right
cute.
now. Yeah.
I can see you doing
I wanna
that.
be like a
role.
young
That's like
Matthew
an easy
McConaughey.
one for you. What's your favorite social media platform and why?
TikTok. It's so much
It's
fun.
sad that is it really gonna get deleted?
There's no way.
You
Come
think?
on.
I feel like people have been saying it for so long, but now people really think it is.
I met people out. They're like, yeah, it's getting banned. I got inside intel. I'm like, just drink another wine, Cheryl, and just relax.
Cheryl.
Like this guy's hitting 5 million followers on there. Like, let me just hit that first, and then we can talk about this.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think so. Like, it's just too powerful. Their questions were too stupid. I think Shane Show, whatever his name is, the CEO, did really well. And the more people I talk to, the more people are just like, I don't think so.
It's funny because every single person that I've talked to on the show and asked them what their favorite platform is, they've pretty much said TikTok.
The best.
Yeah, because I feel like it's because it's the only platform you can really grow on now, right?
Yeah.
And it's more like authentic and different sides of people.
Yeah, and Snapchat. Snapchat's crazy.
Yeah,
We're
Snapchat's
growing on
cool.
that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, amazing. Thank you
That was
for
it?
coming on. I
Thank you so
appreciate
much
you.
for having me.
Tell everyone where they could find you.
Hello.
I'm Harry.
I'm Harry. You can find me at Harry Jowsey everywhere. If you did enjoy today's episode, make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Yay! Love you.
Oh, I love you. Thank you.
That was cute. Thank you so much for watching. Please let Harry and I know what parts of the show that resonated with you the most. We're going to be replying to all your comments and getting back to you guys. And as always, follow at TARUHHH for everything $1 billion baby. I'm going to be announcing who my next guest is every week.